Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey and Washers. I'm your host, Ryan. Tonight, it's going to be all whiskey. So, I'm going to separate the two on my page. I'll have some whiskey videos, I'll have some washer videos. They won't get too intertwined anymore. So, if you're here for the whiskey, you're here in the right episode. So, my first episode, I'm going to review Knob Creek. Yep, that's right. That's the one you're just going to get off the shelf at hopefully every liquor store. If your liquor store does not have this, goodness sakes, they're never going to have a very good selection. Come up and see me at Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop in Baser. I'll get you taken care of. We are ever expanding our bourbon selection. So come up and see me. Love to talk bourbon with you. So, very first episode in this new format, I'm going to review Knob Creek. So why did I choose this bottle? Well, there's going to be very few bottles I'm going to be able to do on this show that I haven't tried. Sorry, I actually have to open this sucker real quick. So, why did I choose this one as the very first episode like this? Honestly, this is one of my favorite, just every day you can always get on the shelf. It's always consistent bottles. So, I always like to talk about what I look for in a bottle before I buy it. See if I think I'm going to like it. You got to be very educated about it. So, looking for age, there you go, 9 years right there. So, this is just their base shelf. I think we're at, what, $39.99, I believe? Oh man, I'd have to check. I bought it a couple days ago. So, Knob Creek, actually small batch. So, small batch, I wish I knew a little bit more about that. Obviously, it has to be 2 or more. I know there's a cutoff. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but that's just an extra bonus. Looking at the proof, too, so 100 proof. This one is not bottled in bond. So, it can be 100 proof and not be bottled in bond. But every bottle in bond has to be 100 proof. Hope that makes sense. So what else am I going to learn about? Because I'm not just looking at the front. All right, so again, we're learning a lot right there. And I do like the bottles that are going to tell you more. On the front, they gave me an age statement. They gave me a proof. And 9 years for a bottle, that's a good age statement. So, let's see if we can get there. Distilled and bottled by, so I'm reading right here by my thumb, James A. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. All right, so this is part of the Jim Beam family. So, I'm not always a fan of kind of low-end big distilleries like Jim Beam. I don't enjoy Jim Beam, but I'm not Jim Beam's clientele. So, they should take that as a compliment. But I love I do enjoy Knob. And I'll talk about some of the other ones as you extend the family out. But so this is from the Jim Beam family. So, is it the biggest distillery? I'm not sure, but it's got to be one of them. And this is basically, this isn't like second or third lowest on their portfolio, but God, it's a good bottle. So 100 proof, so still keeping the proof nice, and amazing how they keep the price down. Look at that. That just looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh man. So that's all the things I'm looking for, right? So I have a good idea. So, like, if I had never tried this and I just read a good age statement, a high proof, coming from the Beam family, which I know make very good bourbons, I know I'm probably gonna like it. So let's find out. Even though I know. Yeah, that is it's nice. God, let's be honest, that's good bang for your buck. So let's say you like this, right? Say you like the Knob Creek. I would also suggest checking out um, Baker's 107. So it's also part of the Beam family. It's 107 proof, 7-year age statement. Baker's, we've got it up at Sam's. So if you want to try that out. So it's going to be a big step up. It's going to be about double the cost of Knob. But it's super nice. It is really damn nice. So if you're looking on expanding up from Knob, that's one I would suggest. I don't have a bottle of it. I've gone through 2 bottles of it, and I don't save all my bottles, so I'll have to show you at the store. But also the Bookers. If you can get your hands on this, so this is tough to get your hands on. So this is age 7 years. I mean, look at that. 7 years, 2 months, 22 days. Coming in at 124.6 proof. So, I mean, look at all this information they're giving you. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. So, also from the Beam family, like, there it is, right? Hold on. Let's stop. I always got to check the back, though. All right. Distilled and bottled by James B. Beam. There you go. Claremont, Kentucky. So, if you're looking for upgrades from your normal Knob Creek drink, check those 2 bottles out. I'm talking the Bookers. If you can find it, the Bakers, I've got up at Sam's. So you want to check that out. My rep for it actually came in looking for a bottle for his family. His dad and I think brother were going fishing. Doesn't matter. So he was asking about bottles. I'm like, well, like I know you got to buy something from what you sell, you know. So I go, have you tried this? And he goes, no, I haven't, man. So I was like, get it. It's awesome. You know, I asked him what he liked, and I was like, yeah, man, you're going to love it. And he came back. I talked to him today, first day back from vacation. He's like, dude, that bottle didn't last 2 nights, man. They loved it. So if you like the Knob, check that one out. Again, from the Jim Beam family. So I always tell people, like, once you like something from a family, it can be a little daunting to get a bottle home and just not know what. Sorry, I need to quit drinking mid-sentence. I can't help myself. It's delicious. So you got to ask yourself, you know, your getaways, like, so this is a $40 bottle, right? Like, okay, so if I want to do something special, maybe I'll get like an $80 bottle or a $60 bottle, right? Well, then it's like, if you don't like it, you're like, God, I could have just stuck with this. It's cheaper and I know I like it, right? So there is some, yeah, I mean, it's not everybody's got a big income to really cherry pick good ones. So stay with your family. So the Bookers, the Bakers, try both of those. I would definitely recommend that. And I'd have to think about it some more and think about some of the upgrades and whatnot that Jim Beam has, but they're really good. So check that out. And I would also say, let's say you like Elijah Craig, you haven't really tried Knob, dude, try it. You like Elijah Craig, you're probably gonna like Knob Creek. What other ones? Honestly, if you like Wild Turkey 101 or Rare Breed, you're not going to get the rye pop, but they're really pulling a lot of pop out of the just getting at 100 proof. Because that's why Wild Turkey's so spicy. They're using a lot more rye than most of your typical bourbons. But if you like Wild Turkey, even just the 101, man, try Knob. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a price increase on the shelf, but if you're looking to expand, I would definitely recommend that. Like I said, Elijah Craig and Knob are similar on the palate to me. Like honestly, if you've tried some Willett family and you've tried the Pure Kentucky, the Pure Kentucky, I would say if you're looking for something a little less expensive, kind of similar, go after this Knob Creek 9 right here, my man. That's a good one. Yeah, I had some pure Kentucky recently. It's kind of on my mind, and I'm getting a very similar. I'm drinking as I'm talking, kind of, because I get a lot of. I've had so many, just I've had the opportunity of so many bourbons, and when you first start out, at least how I did it, um, I had such a different experience because I really didn't get into bourbons until I was working and selling bourbons. So I was able to try a lot of things that a lot of people didn't, has never had a chance to try who have been hunting bourbons for years. Um, and that was very luck of the draw, but man, I came to appreciate it so much. And so I've tried a lot of them. I've learned so much. And so, just, I really enjoy talking bourbons. Let's start there for crying out loud. If you've seen anything of me, you know that. I love drinking them, I love talking them. Um, and so, what happens after trying so many of them, like I've learned to appreciate them, way more. I appreciate your lower ends. I used to, you turn your nose to like a Knob Creek or a Wild Turkey 101 or God, even Elijah Craig, and it's just like, oh, those are great bottles for being an everyday bottle. So that's what I'm kind of hoping to represent is great everyday bottles, and then letting you know, hey, if you like a Elijah or Pure Kentucky or what else did I say? I mean, honestly, Wild Turkey 101, kind of the um, spicier notes. Give those a try. If you like those, try the knob or vice versa. Um, and so now when I'm drinking things, and I don't know how everybody else does it, so I enjoyed a little softer when I was first starting off, like most people. Well, now I enjoy the bolder. Like I want to taste more what that master distiller is tasting the moment he pulls it out of the barrel. Um, and then if I need to cut it, I'll cut it. But I want all the flavor you can pack into this little glass that I love. So, um, so of course this is going to be one of my first ones as well. But your palate's also going to change. So if you get really used to something, eventually it's going to dull down or whatever it's going to do. It's going to change on you, and you're going to be like, God, I just don't like this as much anymore. Hopefully, I'm going to give you an opportunity to maybe find some things if you're at that point or if you're at the beginning point. Shoot, even if you're at my point and maybe we have stuff in Kansas you may not have in your state, and you're like, oh God, I might need to try that. Like, I love when I hear about stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm going to try to keep these under 15 minutes because I could go on forever. But I'm just hoping that I can, okay, back to the very end point. So, how do I drink now? So, everything reminds me of something else now. My just encyclopedia of bourbons I've been able to try is so vast that, like, now I appreciate them way more. And so I just pull like I never got as much flavor as I do now on all these, and so they remind me of other ones. And so when I drink them, I'm like, oh, this is also reminds me of this and this and this, and a lot of those people haven't never been able to try, but I've tried from high end to all low end, and so hopefully I'm going to give you some of the like some real good comparisons, some real good maybe knowledge. I mean, we're gonna find out where this goes. But Knob Creek, one of my favorites. You should get it on every shelf in a liquor store. If you can't find it on your shelf, come up to see me at Sam's Liquor and Smoke Shop in Baser. I enjoy the Knob Creek. It's great. It's a great price. So coming from the Beam family, hopefully you learned how to read a bottle a little bit better. Hopefully you learned I like Knob Creek. That's all I got for you. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you soon. I'm Ryan.